Hello, hello, and welcome to this week's episode of The Hard Choice. Simple steps for showing up. My name is Brad Draper. I am your host. I am grateful to be with you. And boy, do I have a topic of conversation for us to have today. I want you to really think, ponder, meditate, whatever you do on the topic that we are going to cover. I had a really cool experience this weekend. As they usually are, right? All of my experiences are awesome. Every experience is awesome. Every experience is built to bless you. I'm a true believer that the universe is conspiring in your favor for you to win. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like that. And it's interesting. We've talked about this before on other podcast episodes about earthquakes moving, calamity, chaos, but that itself is the path. That is what's getting you there. These trials, these tribulations, these things you're experiencing, they are the way. They may feel like an obstacle. I assure you they are not. I assure you they are orchestrated by the master conductor, and how cool that is. So, a month and a half ago or so, as of the time of this recording, I was asked if I was going to go to my friend's birthday party. He wanted to go camping because that is his most favorite thing in the world to do. I'm not much of a camper, but I said, bro, I got you. I will do it with you. And so we got it planned out. Come to find out, there's like 30 or so people that are going to this event, this camping for the weekend for his birthday. And then time goes on, and it turns out they're not camping. We're going to an Airbnb. But so many people took forever, so long, to decide that they were going to come that, I don't know, half a dozen people or so dropped off because it was somewhat far. It was a little over 3 hours from my house. Some people it was a bit further. But at the end of the day, it's not a grandiose amount of distance. So I get there, and the people there are fantastic. I have wonderful conversations. I engage with as many people as I can in meaningful pursuit of relationship building. I'm looking to help people. I am looking for people to help me. I'm looking for a relationship. Two-way road, engaging in one another, raising each other up. That was the aim. And first and foremost, and above all, be with my bro, show him love, and be there for his birthday. That's it. Put a smile on his face and be with him. And while I was there, I had the blessed opportunity to speak with a gentleman. This particular gentleman has a physical ailment that could kill him. And while we were there, he was pretty sick. He was struggling greatly. And I was talking about some different alternative medicines that I have heard help. And that brought me down to speak with him for almost 2 hours. And this is the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about today. This is what I want you to really ponder on today. As we were discussing, he was telling me about his difficulty. And as you can imagine, having a terminal illness, it can be daunting. It can be stressful. It can be depressing. It can cause anxiety, as you can imagine. And we discussed, as we have on this podcast before, depression is looking backward, anxiety is looking forward. And he proceeded to tell me he had depression from the unknown of the future. I want you to think about this idea. Depression is looking backward. You are capable of being third person, projecting yourself to the future, and then looking backward. It's still backward looking. That's what depression is. So that's how you have depression of things that have not yet occurred and may never occur. Keep that part in mind. When you're going to the future, that future doesn't exist, never will exist as you are preconceiving it or thinking it or have this ideation of. But you're causing an emotional state, looking backward. And then I said something that was a little bit shocking to me. Believe that or not. It was shocking to me. And I looked him square in the eye and I said, how are you any different from me? Now, you've got a terminal illness that you said, I don't know what the next month will look like. Neither do I. You may have something physical to attach death or end of life or whatever to. And I have an uncertainty. I could have gone side by side and wrecked and died. I had a 3-hour drive home, which I ended up blowing a tire out. I'm going to talk about that on the next episode. Blowing my tire out. That could have easily been very different. That could have blown out in the canyon, could have died there. Lots of things that could have occurred. But when I'm talking to him, I was saying, I'm going to go side by side in about an hour. We could die there. I could be driving home. I could die there. I could die walking up the stairs. I have a formerly close friend who was walking to his car, 53 years old. He was a spin instructor. He rode centuries almost quarterly in races, by the way. He fell over dead from a pulmonary embolism walking to his car on a Saturday morning. That's it. Just a blood clot. Took him out. You're not guaranteed another moment. I'm not guaranteed to finish this episode. I have a high likelihood of finishing this episode, but I'm not guaranteed that. He was looking at this future perspective with a backward lens, causing depression, causing an energetic state. But he has something definitive and I have nothing. So from that perspective, what does it look like? But at the end of the day, how are we different? We are the same in the fact that we have this very moment. All we can do is what we're doing right now. What we did 2 seconds ago, it's gone in the past. It's gone forever. There's nothing you can do about it. What is in the future has not yet come and doesn't actually exist because you have no idea how to conceive it. It hasn't come yet. So all you have is right now. I want you to think about right now. What you're doing in the here, in the now. Are you living, laughing, loving? Do you matter? Are you doing good unto others or unto self? Are you trying to progress forward? Do you have a goal in mind? Do you have an end zone? Do you have things you're looking forward to and are preparing for? Or are you sitting idle and decaying? What are you actually doing in your world right now? And how are you moving that needle? How are you utilizing your time? There's time to putz around. There's time to slack off. And there's time to be busy. There's time to do many, many things. And ultimately, what you choose to do is up to you. You're the only person that can control that. You're the only person that can move your needle forward. You are the only person that can make and keep promises with yourself, thus generating confidence. You're the only person that can feel the worth that is already built into you. It's built into your DNA. Worth is the value of something, and the value of you is the price of a God. Think about that one. Confidence is internally driven, making and keeping promises with yourself. Worth is externally driven. Somebody or something has done something to make you of value. Your worth. As a person, as a soul, not your worth in the workplace. Don't get those two confused. How important it is to continually, with a plan, intentionally make the plan, execute the plan, and win. How intentional are you about where you focus, you find? How often are your thoughts preceding your actions? And you're actually taking those actions, and those actions are yielding and bringing to fruition opportunity. Your thoughts precede your actions precede your opportunities. How important this idea, this concept, and this understanding actually is. We fret so much about things that have not yet occurred or things that are in the past. I've said it before, but in very layman's terms, depression is having a superpower of memory. Anxiety is having a superpower of imagination and creativity. Imagine what those two superpowers in a different frame, different lens would look like. Interesting. I related to him In our startup of our company, we are bootstrapped. There was a time in my life where I was extremely concerned about my credit score. I cared deeply about it. I was like 815 or 818 or something like that. Almost perfect credit score at 30 years old. And it terrified me to miss any kind of payments, to put at risk that extremely high credit score. When people ask me, what's your credit score? I'd get a little, look at me. I got 815. As if it mattered. Trust me, it doesn't matter. Not in that sense. And I had to overcome that desire. But I had great stress and anxiety about missing those things. Well, guess what? I've missed a few. I'm still alive. I'm still happy. I'm still moving forward. That caused plans to change. That caused pivoting. That caused circumstantial situations. But I still moved forward. And how beautiful that is. This is the same thing. And then I finally finished this idea. I said, have you ever considered you overcoming this illness? Because it is possible. In the realm of possibility, people have done this with the specific illness he has. Have you ever considered that you overcome this? You're preparing for death. What if you should be preparing for life? Have you ever considered you might actually win? You might actually beat this thing. And you will live to have a very long and fruitful life. You're focusing on the death aspect. Maybe you should focus on the life aspect. Maybe you should focus on things that would bring life. And in life is beauty. Even if you extend your life a little further than expected. Even if this thing ends up taking you, you actually lived life. Because instead of preparing for death, which is very dismal and dark, there's things you need to take care of, yes. But if you're focusing on darkness, you're going to find darkness and you're going to be darkness. But if you're focusing on light, you will find light and you will be light. You may consider you will beat this. You may consider you're living a long and fruitful life. And yes, I'm talking to you. Whatever you're going through, you may consider you will beat this sooner than you think you will. And in preparing for things that are bringing you down, maybe you should be preparing for things that will bring you up. Things that will propel you forward. Things that put a smile on your face. Just maybe. What if? The great question. If. What if that occurred? You may consider that which you have not yet considered. And when you consider it, you'll get everything you've ever wanted. And more. A lot more. Because you've never been there and you can't perceive what it brings. I am so grateful for you in listening to these episodes. You are the reason I do these. And how beautiful it is when I hear people that take these steps and they apply them to their life and then they win. That is so, so cool. Have this conversation with your friends and your family. Share it. It's the only way the show grows. It is cool to see this show go around the world. You can find me on socials, Mr. Brad Draper. Reach out. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk. I love doing it. I love helping. I love teaching. And I care deeply. Like this thing, subscribe to it, download it for future listenings. Until next week, I love you guys. Bye.